Hey there, Angel Hicks here of All Women's Network. And this week in Literary Circle, we are talking about You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I love this book so much. I have it in print, I have it on my Kindle, and I also have it on my Audible. I listen to it at least once a year. I crack it open every couple months. I just love this book so much. So let's get into it. Jen Sincero really is a self-aware self-help guru. She did it for herself, and now she is out there teaching us all how to do it too. And so she really talks about figuring out like what you want in life, and then summoning in your guts to go out and get it, right? A co-creation between you and your actions and your desires and the universe, God, source energy. They all mean the same thing to her. Giving you those opportunities and you seizing them and taking it to get to where you want to be. It's really a culmination of several years of helping people transform their lives from where they didn't want to be, obviously, to this just happy existence and grasping every opportunity that comes their way. So here are my top 3 lessons. Now, this book is chock full of stuff, as most of them are. So it's really hard to pull out the 3, but this is what I chose to talk about today. Number 1, decide you'll stop caring what other people think, like right now. And she says, love the one you is. There's only one of you. You got to be you. Stop comparing yourself to other people and stop caring about what they think. Number 2, your job isn't to know the how. It is to know the what and to be open to discovering and receiving the how. And number 3, the almighty decision. So the moment you commit to yourself, and then providence is going to move in too, right? And bringing you those opportunities. So lesson 1, draw a line in the sand. Love the one you is. So she says, when we're happy and all in love with ourselves, we can't be bothered with the bullshit, our own or other people's, right? When we're just living in our own selves and our own abundance and our own gratitude, we really can't be bothered with all of that other stuff that we're giving ourselves or that others are bringing into our lives. So cut it out. Number 2, drown yourself in affirmations. And these have to be affirmations. And I hear this from my coach all the time. You can't just tell yourself, oh, I'm 6 foot tall, beautiful model. You know, like if your brain and your heart aren't connected and they don't really believe it, affirmations are just something you say to yourself. You really have to dig deep and how do I want to feel about myself? And then that's your affirmation. So I deserve and receive massive amounts of love in every moment of every day. Is that how you want to feel? Is that true for you? Then that's your affirmation. And you say it over and over and over. My heart is open. I give and receive love freely. Is that how you want to feel? You know, whatever it is for you, figure out that affirmation and then say it often enough to train your brain that that's true, right? Your brain only knows what you tell it. So feed it good stuff. I'm brilliant, bright, and beautiful. This one's one of my favorites. Number 3, comparison is the thief of joy. We hear this all the time. So it's none of your business really what other people are doing. I like to say I keep a blinder on. I see what other women's groups are doing and I kind of check them out here and there just to see what they're adding in a value or whatever. But really, I have my blinders on because I know that all it matters is that I'm enjoying myself. Women are I'm attracting the women that are attracted to us. And I'm just pleased with what we're creating and I'm happy with it. And so it doesn't really matter what all of those other groups are doing. There's women for them, there's women for us. And so as long as you're happy with what you're creating, it doesn't really matter what everyone else is doing. Lesson number 2, your job isn't to know the how, it's to know the what. And to be open to discovering and receiving the how. So the moment you have the audacity to start believing and not yet seeing, your reality begins to shift, right? So you have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. So our big mistake is we do it the other way around, right? So we wait to see evidence, and then we're like, okay, all right, okay, sure. No. You got to say, yes, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. This is my goal, and I'm going to get it. And then the evidence starts coming in. So she says, ask and it is given. She said, get in the zone. And the zone is just that meditation, right? It's connecting your heart and your head and getting into your zone and really believing and doing your affirmations and believing that you really can get this goal. This goal is for you. It's what you want, right? Whatever the life goal is. Two, act as if it's already happened. We hear this all the time. We read books all the time that tell us like act as if it's already happened. Upgrade your environment. If your environment is dull and boring or it's not inspiring, upgrade, get some paintings, create your vision board, put all of that stuff out there so that you're seeing it, you're training your brain, and you're believing it. Surround yourself with people who think the way you want to think. Find your tribe, right? If you're the smartest one in the room, it's time to find another room, right? Not that you have to leave that room, but find people that are really going where you want to go, really talking the way you want to talk. And then every single chapter in this book ends with love yourself. And there's always a different little thing underneath, but she just says, loving yourself. You cannot love others unless you truly love yourself, right? So rule number 1. All right, lesson 3, the almighty decision. The moment you commit to yourself, providence is going to move too, right? Source energy, the universe, God is going to start moving and bringing you opportunities. The only failure is quitting. Everything else is just gathering information. So she says, commit to the process and the process will show up with vigor and you will figure it out. So want it bad. So I'm going to give you a little example about this retreat. We have an Evolve members retreat coming up in September. It is the first one I've ever done. I'm really nervous about it. But I committed to the decision. So I started telling people about it. I had zero plan. I had zero location. Nothing, but I started telling people about it as if it had already happened or as if it was already in planned. So you want it bad enough, you got to get good at it, right? The only way I'm going to get good at this is if I go ahead and deploy it, right? And try it out. Eliminate the negotiation process. It's not up for negotiation. It's happening. I don't care if we have to go out in tents. It's happening, right? Stick like glue. She says, birthing your dream is like giving birth, right? The fun part is the idea, right? And you get the idea and you get this little baby's coming and you get through all the process of like the cramping and you're scared and you're doing all the planning and all of that. And then it's time to push this little baby out of this tiny hole in your body. And now all the hormones come in and you're crazy and you're scared and it hurts like hell. But then this miracle happens and you've created something amazing. So just remember in all those hard times and the tears and the ups and the downs and all of the things we go through in birthing our dreams, that at the end, there's going to be an amazing miracle. And even if the miracle is that you love yourself for doing it, that's a miracle enough. And love yourself. You're worth it. So she says, when you level up your idea of what's possible and decide to really go for it, you open yourself to the means to accomplish it as well. So the main points of this book, she says, surrender to what it is. Say yes to life and see how suddenly life shows up and starts working for you rather than against you. Your life is your party. You get to choose how you invite people and experiences into it, and surrendering to the goodness of the universe, source energy, God, whatever you call it, puts you in the flow of endless possibilities. So learn to embrace your inner badass, learn to tap into the mother load, which is what she calls the downloads from God, and learn to overcome your own BS to open yourself to love and abundance. So here are the breakout questions. I always suggest if you're watching this and replay, get your journal out. Let these be little journal prompts for you. But question number 1 is, have you ever failed at something and not learned a valuable lesson from it? Right? Failure is a part of the process. But what lessons did you learn? And what lesson did you learn? How did you implement that lesson today? Question 2, what is your favorite affirmation you actually believe about yourself? And do you write it on the wall? Do you have a mantra you use? Do you say it during meditation? Do you randomly say it during the day? How do you make sure that you're training your brain? And question number 3 is, what is your BHAG goal, your big, hairy, audacious goal? What could happen if you really committed to it? And there was no negotiation and you just went for it? How many lives could you touch just getting there? So I hope you enjoyed this book. I highly recommend you get your own copy. It is an amazing book and just lots of highlighting places, and she makes it really fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Tap into that inner badass. Bye.